Ever wondered why a girl might show the middle finger to a man over 40? What could it possibly mean? This question may seem a bit odd, but let's try to unravel it. Globally, the middle finger gesture is widely recognized as a sign of disrespect or anger. It's a nonverbal way of saying, "I disagree with you," or, more bluntly, "I don't like you." This universal form of communication transcends language barriers, making it a potent tool for expressing disdain. But what happens when we add layers of complexity to this gesture, like the age of the individuals involved, or their gender? Does the meaning of the gesture shift? If a young woman directs this gesture towards an older man, does it take on a different connotation? Is it a symbol of rebellion, a challenge to authority, or a rejection of age-old norms? But does this gesture mean the same thing in every situation, or could there be more to it than meets the eye? Across the globe, a single gesture can carry a multitude of meanings. Take the middle finger, for instance. In some cultures, it's seen as a strong insult, a sign of extreme disrespect. Yet in others, it could be a playful jest, a symbol of rebellion, or even a way to ward off evil. Now consider the variables of age and gender. A young girl gesturing to an older man could be interpreted differently than if the roles were reversed. It could be seen as a sign of disrespect or a challenge to authority. In certain societies, the middle finger has no negative connotation at all, and could even be a sign of good luck or protection. Cultural norms and values play a significant role in shaping these interpretations, and what's offensive in one culture might be completely benign in another. So, the meaning of a girl showing the middle finger to a man over 40 could vary drastically based on where and when it happens. Let's dive deeper into the mind. What could be the psychological implications of such a gesture? This action, seemingly simple, might be rooted in a plethora of psychological factors. It could be a manifestation of power dynamics, where the girl is asserting her autonomy against a figure of perceived authority. It might also stem from feelings of disrespect or defiance. Imagine a scenario where the man's behavior is viewed as overbearing or disrespectful. The middle finger, then, becomes a silent yet potent way to express discontent and challenge the status quo. Then we have nonverbal communication, where the gesture serves as a tool to convey a message that words can't adequately express. Lastly, consider the possibility of it being a reaction to perceived unfair treatment. The girl might feel marginalized or disrespected by a society that often overlooks the voices of the young. While it might seem like a simple gesture, it can be a window into complex psychological dynamics. It's clear that the middle finger gesture isn't as straightforward as it seems. We have journeyed through the complexities of this seemingly simple act, unraveling its multiple layers of interpretation. We've seen how cultural contexts can shape the way this gesture is perceived, sometimes as an act of rebellion, at other times as a display of disrespect, and occasionally even as a sign of camaraderie or humor. The psychological implications, too, cannot be ignored. It can be an expression of anger, frustration, or defiance, depending on the situation and the individuals involved. Understanding nonverbal communication like this requires us to look beyond the surface, to consider the context, the person, and the intent. It's not just about the act, but the conversation that the act is a part of. So the next time you see a girl showing a middle finger to a man over 40, remember, it's not just a gesture, it's a conversation.